Well, no luck here. Like I was saying, I set this trap off when I was trying to pull it through the hole here, and the reason why I'm concerned about otters getting caught in this one is A, I have my doubts whether it's active or not. And B, there's an open hole right in front of this dam. There's an open hole of water in front of the next dam over. So lots of times they're gonna come over here, they're gonna play in that open water. And pretty much every year I've had big slides coming up around this house. So with it not being active, they will be chasing muskrats up in here for sure. So just another thing on the otters, why we're not pulling things, besides the fact that we spent way too much time setting this up already. I don't have any crossovers, I don't have any hole in the dams, not setting traps on spring holes, that sort of thing. These are all 100% intentional, very good, very targeted beaver sets. So yeah, we're not pulling it out, we're not playing that game. So if I was doing something dumb like having crossovers and stuff like that, very low quality traps for this, or sets for this time of year, chance of catching a beaver in them are low at best. You have way better chance of catching an otter in them. That sort of thing, if I was catching otters in that's definitely 100% my fault. But if we catch beavers in these, or otters in these, again, wildlife management in this province could be improved in that regard. So there's no reason they should be protected on resident land in a lot of these WMUs, especially up in this area. So moving on. Okay guys, so I wasn't joking about there being fish here. These are fresh, like fresh, just going across the trail here. Doesn't look like a very big fish here, but went off into the spruces, so we're gonna keep going. Like I said, we can't trap these unless we're up on that trap line up north, but they are 100% here. It looks like it was running right down the middle of my snowmobile trail. Well guys, we just got to this next property across the road, and insanely big house over here. So I've trapped this in the past. This thing's always a bitch to find the doors on it because they aren't on the bottom. They're about 2 feet off the bottom. But this thing's 3 times the size of what the house usually is. So I'm gonna take the sled without the toboggan down this, just because I don't know how the ice is. Well, I know how the ice is. The ice is not good. Ugh. So I'm just gonna take a boogie down through, try and stay on the edge of it, and see how close I can get to some of these houses, see how many houses there are, and then I'll have a trail I can go back through with the toboggan on after. So hopefully this goes well. I don't feel like swimming today. Okay, so this is gonna be awesome, guys. I should go up that way. I'm pretty sure there's another house up there, but I know the dams get a lot taller, it gets a lot sketchier. So we got 5 houses, one right here, one right there, another one about a third of the way down, then past that, and around the corner. So we're gonna hit all these in here on this wetland. And again, like I'm in here trapping to try and keep these beavers from causing issues on the road. We got a bridge down that way. So we got a culvert bridge, a huge culvert bridge, and a road bridge right here. So all these beavers through this breed up, and then they actually go to the other creeks all around here and cause issues in all the culverts on the road. So if we can take 40, 50, 60% of the beavers out of here, there's less beavers dispersing out of this area and going into the right against the roads, that sort of thing. And then if we clean out a house completely and there's nothing here, then beavers coming down in the spring from out of the leases and that sort of thing, they'll set up here rather than the culverts. So it's not 100% I guess the county's responsibility, or it's not really the county's responsibility at all to trap in here, but it is proactive and it helps us down the road. So that spring rush that comes, I'm not fighting with 100 beavers at a time, I'm fighting with 25. So yeah, anyways, let's start punching holes here. We'll just grab the bar, because you guys can probably see that right away. There's one door showing right there. There used to be a big door right here where that stick is sticking at the front of the house. Hear that sound? That versus, oh, sorry, that wasn't a good spot. Right there, it's starting to get thin. But yeah, so there's going to be a big door right here. There's another door right there. You can see that's open by that willow. So I'm going to put my glove on because my hand's getting cold. I'll punch around all around here, figure out if there's a third door, which there might be, probably somewhere in here. But this house is huge. Like, betcha that's 10 feet, 11 feet tall to the top of that house there. And it used to just be 5-6 feet up above this. So the water here is also probably close to 8 or 9 feet deep. It's about 5 feet above the creek channel right now. So this place is beyond flooded. Well, I'm up on top of the house here. It's a long ways up. I should probably have my fall rest on, but my hand inside there, it's probably like 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. Like, it's hot coming out of there. Look how big that chimney is inside. Like, that's a big friggin' area. There's a ton of beavers in here. So I did find one run. They're coming under that willow stump there and then going into the house. I might try and set 2 traps on there. One where the stick is and one where you can see right there where I got some wet stuff. So we'll do 1 set, 2 sets. I haven't gone around the front yet, and the other side, who knows, might find a couple more there. I'm just trying to get some sticks to set with here, but I thought that was really cool. That's huge. Well guys, I'm having a hard time locating the door here. I know there's one here somewhere. It's all paper thin. You can see I sliced 2 holes there. Paper thin over there. It's thin where we are now. But, and then I think the whole outside skirt around the house is fairly thin, but I know there's a run here. I could feel it. I just can't tell exactly where it is. Judging by the ice, you can see, let's get nice and close. You can see that ice is nice and sharp on the bottom. And then over here, it's jagged. That's from the air, or the bubbles when they're coming out. So I know there's a run somewhere under here. I'm gonna have to work from the other side though, because I can't get any closer than this or it starts to go, and it's about 5 feet deep here yet. This is all paper thin in here. So I walked out here years ago when the water was about 2 feet lower. They used to go underneath. Then there's a channel to get over there, and they would come up above the ice and chew stuff way back in, but this is flooded over now. They aren't using it. Walked in here. The door used to be somewhere around here, but I can't quite find it. It's hard here actually, which is shocking. But they're going between the willows. It's a beautiful spot. In here again, it gets thin, but I don't know if there's a door in there or not, or if that's just heaved ice that rotted out. Again, all paper thin, same with all this. So I stayed out. Now you can even hear, oh, not there. You can't quite hear it when I stomp anymore, but you could hear it hollow before it dropped a little bit. And yeah, so I gotta be really careful around this house, but it is super deep. And I need to go into shore and find some longer poles to use to poke around, because my spud can't even touch bottom. So taking a lot longer than it should. I got 3 for sure spots on putting traps. I'm gonna try and get one more on the far side and one in here if I can. Okay, I'm gonna show you this one now because I'm not coming back in here, but I was lucky enough to find where they're coming out. I hope it's not too wide, but it is what it is. You can see all this is falling in behind me. There's my chisel sticking out. That's how deep it is there. And I mean, it just gets deeper and deeper as you go out 2 feet. So way deeper over there. Way deeper on the other side of the house over there. But we got one more trap we're gonna put in over here. And we got 2 sets on that side. So I'm not gonna bother showing you those. I'm just gonna run down to the next house over there when I'm done. We aren't gonna have enough traps to do all 5 of these today, but hoping the next 2 we'll have enough traps for. This next house, it looked pretty good when we were cruising by. There's a couple of fresh sticks on it, but I can find there's a chimney there, but I went all the way around there. There's no thin ice. There's one spot right in here that maybe I'm gonna take a look on my way up, but I don't think we're gonna set here. That next house is gold, just like that thing. And it's gonna be a bugger to set up, so maybe we'll take the extra traps down there. And but yeah, I'll see. Maybe I can get one in here. Another thing to consider is those otters. If they aren't going up, they're gonna be coming down. They're somewhere in between where we were and where we are. I don't want to be setting houses that aren't active either, because that's where you're gonna pick up your otters. So we might just leave this one and head to the next one. So here we go, this is a big one here too. So the edge of the house is way down there. Same with past that stick, right over here is the edge of the house. So looks like maybe there's a sunk spot there. I can't tell if it's a drift or a sinking spot right there. But one heck of a chimney, big one. So there might be something down there too. There it was just coyotes messing around. But this side of the house doesn't look as active. I'll go around it, hoping to find at least 3 entrances. And I shouldn't have any problem finding a guide on that. Okay guys, so I had a bit of a time in here. It took way longer than I wanted to, so I got one deeper door over there set. It's about 4 feet. This one's about 5. And I started over here. It sounded punky over here, hollow over here. So I made a hole, couldn't find anything. But there's the entire area is bubbles like that down there. And I noticed on that last house, that skirt around the house, how it's hollow the whole way around and hardly any ice. There was a whole bunch of gas bubbles came up before we were done. So I'm thinking maybe that was it. And partially, that's all feed pile there. You can see all the sticks I pulled out to put the trap over here. And then, sorry, we're zoomed in pretty good there. There we go. So I found a nice shallow door here. And this one's a 10 out of 10 set. And same with that one. 2 beautiful shallow doors. This one had thicker ice on it though. So I think they're not using it very often. But I figure I won't be back tomorrow. Be back Friday. So might spook them here, might spook them on these other 2. And yeah, they'll go to that side. So we got 2 more spots to check on the way out. I'm gonna try and boogie down to that other house down there and set that one up quick if I can find an easy entrance on it. And look at this. This is beautiful. This is even easier than my last 2 spots. There's one side. That's how deep it is. About 2 feet. There's the other side. Beautiful run inside the house. Man, why can't they all be this easy? That one over there is like incredible. Difficult to set though. This one here is like average house. 10 out of 10 spots to set, except for that front spot over there. That was a bitch. But that's how it is, trapping through the feed piles. Well, I ended up setting up 2 more houses since our last video. So, it's because I'm an idiot. So, back this one. You might recognize it. But we set this up, I think it was 2 days since we checked this one. Hopefully we got a pair. I really need 2 beavers. Oh, I just hope when I pull one up, the second trap doesn't come. Oh no, that one just set off. Shoot. Well, let's see. See a bunch of wood chips down here. Oh. They went and they chewed the top of the stick off. The other stick is gone. There's just wood chips here. So that really sucks. 2 misses, unreal. Man, my luck this week is, if anybody else wants it, they can have it. At some point, bad luck's gonna run out. I'm gonna have one hell of a winning streak here, but it is not today. Doesn't seem like it's this week at all. But that's kind of the fun of it. Is bad times make the good times better. If you let this run of bad luck get to you, you're just gonna give up and start reading books or something. I really don't like this. That dog didn't want to set in there very nice, so I don't trust it. But hopefully it'll go down in there without firing. Would be really nice. Just gotta make sure my hands are way the hell out of the way. Holy hell, the trigger's way out of the... I bet you that fires before we even get it set down. Well, hopefully it's good. found it'll just be one more fired off trap, but hopefully it's good. Oh no. Look at that. A spring popped off the frame. And I doubt I can get that back into here, especially without tongs. How the heck does that even happen? Oh, I guess I can't set it like that either. You have to remember to bring 2 traps in here, and we're gonna have to get rid of both of these. That spring feels pretty weak in general. Oh. We have to take this off. Oh, I took it right off. Shoot. That wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the opposite of that. There we go. Well, I'm going to put it back down in there. That's not good though. That spring needs I need to replace this spring. That's what I need to do. It feels weak. Like, it's not terrible, but it's definitely weak, so. Okay. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So I know you guys see me not use my safeties lots, but I think with these frozen traps I'm gonna start, because it's only a matter of time till I get nailed. So let's hop on the sled. We got one more spot to go to. Okay, last one. So we're back here. There's nothing in that one. I don't understand it, but whatever. I poked down in here and I'm not sure what I'm feeling. And then weasel box over by the bridge. Nothing in it, but I see there's fresh weasel tracks right here. Those are pretty big pretty big short tail. It's not a long tail, it's a short tail. So hopefully he gets caught in the next little bit. Right here, we'll set you up. Probably gonna have to make a bigger hole, I'm guessing. But it feels like there's something on there. Just a little guy. That's kit number 2 we've taken out of here. No adults. That's not good. That's really not good. So, get this guy out before he freezes the trap. Before this trap freezes, let's get it back down. Oh yeah, so one little pup, that's 2 pups out of here. Seeing the issue with a spot like this is you'll get people driving by shooting beavers constantly. So who knows what's actually in this house. Obviously there was 2 adults at one point, or else they wouldn't have kids. But who's to say the last week before it froze up, you guys didn't stop on the bridge and blast them while they're sitting on the ice. Really sucks. We're gonna leave these traps in here, and again, I have no idea why that one's not producing. That's beyond me. That's in a beautiful spot. So, and I put some blocking around it, but So we'll leave these. One heck of a day, very long day. I'm gonna take the night off for once. And yeah, if you guys are enjoying it, like, share, follow, subscribe. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking, and if you have any tips, if you know why my luck sucks so much right now, let me know, because I would love to do something to change it. But yeah, we didn't get to any of the coyote stuff today. We're gonna do that on Friday. We're gonna check everything and do coyotes on Friday. So it's gonna be another really long day. Tomorrow I have to go to the doctor with the wife for the pregnancy, so that's fun. I'd rather be trapping, but it is what it is. I guess that's comes with territory when you're making a baby. So, but yeah, stay tuned for more, and yeah, if you're enjoying it, like, share, follow, subscribe. Thanks for following. Have a good night.